girl comes into the apartment, because I noticed things like you put your phones in a basket. There's like no phones. Like, why do you do that? Did you have a problem with it before? And like, what do you tell the girls of like, because I'm assuming most girls aren't just like, whoa, there's a podcast, I want to be on it. Like, they have to be aware of it. And I don't know if some girls think they want to come on to like, I'm gonna show him or something.
Yeah.
And like, what do you tell them ahead of time about the show?
Max did his homework. I like that. So, okay, I'm really glad that you asked this question. So we have a whole procedure on how we do this, right? So normally I'll have one of my many wives go down and get the girl.
He's not kidding, by the way.
I know.
No, so
This one right there.
This is one of your wives in the back?
That's wife number 2. So I'm just kidding.
I need to see her reaction. She's laughing. At least she's laughing.
Oh man. So yeah, normally what we do is, so I have we got a couple girls that work for us, right? Shout out to Zena and Icy and all of them, right? What they'll do is they'll go downstairs, get the girls, right, from the lobby, bring them upstairs, and they'll warn them, hey, you know, just be respectful, blah, 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 give them the whole shebang, this is how the podcast goes, etc., right? Then they bring them upstairs, and typically we'll be filming the daytime show, right, that I was telling you about, right?
While they're coming in?
While they're coming in normally, and we're finishing up, right? So we finish up, then my producer, Aaron, aka Chris, he goes and gives them a speech. Okay, ladies, this is what you got to do, blah, blah, blah. He takes them through the podcast, how it's filmed. Okay, don't do this, don't do that. What you can't say, what you can't say.
What don't they? What can't they do? What can't they say? Like,
so he'll basically tell them like, hey, the pod's live. Don't stare at the screen when we're on air, because if you stare at the screen, you look weird, right? When we're having a conversation, because we have a big monitor like right in front of the cameras.
That's when you pull up their Instagram.
Yeah, and they'll just be looking like this the whole time, staring at themselves. So he's like, don't do that because you look weird. Which if you watch it back on the playback, they do look ridiculous.
And don't forget, you used to be a teacher.
Yeah, he always says that. I used to be a teacher. And then
He always says that. I don't know why he said that.
And then when we used to do thumbnails with the girls, he'll put them out on the balcony. He'll take a thumbnail, take a couple pictures, make sure it's good. He'll seat them in a way that's the best, where the girls actually look the best, right?
you have to fill out a form. It's like, is your left side or your right side your better side? Okay?
And then the girls check their purses, because we've had one girl bring a gun in there before. That's a whole other thing.
Yeah, with academics, it was crazy, man.
What?
It went viral, yeah.
Yeah. So we have.
You kicked the girl. Was that the girl you kicked out?
Yeah, we kicked the girl out one time, but
Yeah.
we found out after she had a gun in her purse. So that's a whole other thing. Yeah. So we search their stuff. We search their bags, make sure there's no weapons or anything like that. Move them out once we do. Then Chris reads them the rules. And then he seats them down. And then, obviously they have their phones and stuff at that point. So a lot of them want to take pictures or stories for their Instagram, whatever it may be. And then after that's done, typically we'll both walk in. I'll be coming from the gym. He'll be coming from upstairs or whatever he was doing with one of his chicks. And then we'll...
What is this life you live?
Okay. It's crazy, though. It's crazy.
Wait, do you live in the same place? Like same apartment complex?
Just a little bit higher.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll come in and then we'll sit down and we'll start filming the show. Now, mind you, a lot of times me and Fresh haven't spoken a word to the girls at this point. It's only Chris that's spoken to the girls and the girls that work for me, right? And they'll be sitting in the back chilling. And so then I'll remind them again, okay, these are the rules. Be respectful. We don't try to kick girls off, blah, blah, blah. We'll give them a whole spiel again. Then we go live. So they get the lecture pretty much 3 times of being respectful, whatever. So that's why, by the time we kick a girl out, it's like they've already messed up 10 times.
They made that choice themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
And we've had girls come on to try to let me be funny and try to get kicked out.
Could you imagine someone comes to your podcast, your house, and says to you, well, fuck you, nigga. What do you expect?
That'd be really weird if it happened to me.
Well, the alternative. But the point is that that right there is total disrespect, because you're coming into the space to be disrespectful.
Yeah. So that's kind of how it goes. So that's why when people see us kicking them out or whatever, and we have low tolerance for it, it's because we've warned them so many times. And it used to be where I didn't have girls in the back. So girls would behave in a crazy way because they're like, oh, they can't do nothing to me. So we notice having girls in the back that work for us helps a lot of the times, because then the girls will actually leave.
What is going on, guys? I am Max Tuning, your host. I hope you enjoyed this little clip. If you want to see the full, magical, lovely episode, just click the link down in the description or search Don't Be Sour on your favorite podcast streaming service. And remember, thank you for tuning in.